We are now live on YouTube. This is the On the Bubble table read. And it was very funny to me to write something about how I'm a production coordinator who is trying to be a writer's assistant. But now it's less funny, but I think we're still going to do it. I'm not canceling. Right. No, it's going to be great. So we have an amazing cast tonight. We got Kelly Cooper, Nick Douglas, Bayne Gibby, Cherri. I forgot to ask how to say your last name.
Accetta.
Cherri Accetta. That's a get, people. The fact we got Cherri, I'm very proud of myself. Serena Berman, Charlie Paulin. Allan, this is really embarrassing because I'm also just a fan. I don't know how to say your last. How do you say your last name?
Accetta. McLeod.
Allan McLeod. Nick Pupo. Andrea Silenzi. Courtney Perdue. And Alex Summa is going to be doing technical camera things. So I will give it up to Andrea. Oh, sorry. I think you're muted. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I wasn't even looking. I'm so sorry.
Okay, good. I was just reading my to-do list. Okay, here we go. Interior, Nashi Sushi Night. Ryan Sartor, 35, wearing a slightly wrinkled shirt, his hair and beard a bit too long, sits at a table across from Tina, 35, formally dressed, looking sharp.
I think the most gratifying part of my job is when me and my fellow FBI agents break up some sort of crime syndicate. I mean, sure, all cops are bastards, but you know what's really bad and bastardly? Market abuse and insider trading.
Oh, wow. That sounds like a lot.
Well, it's like that saying, God never gives you more than you can handle. Are you religious?
No. Are you?
I am not, but I'm not an atheist either.
Then what are you?
I think purgatory is a concept I can get behind. That situation makes sense to me.
I hope this isn't too stalkery, but I actually searched Ryan Sartor FBI and nothing came up.
Well, it wouldn't, right? Because we're a secret organization.
I thought that was the CIA.
Okay. I didn't want to get into this part, but I specifically work at Area 51, stuff with aliens.
Tina gives a skeptical look.
What, you think I'm lying?
I don't mean to sound paranoid. I guess with my job, I often question people's motives.
Now I'm the embarrassed one. What do you do again?
I'm a TV executive at NBS.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. I've obviously heard of your network, but I don't own a TV. I just read books on my Kindle Fire tablet.
Huh. Well, you can watch TV on that too.
Doesn't interest me. What shows do you work on?
Sitcoms, Surf's Up, Wendell, The Factory.
Oh, cool. Doesn't your network also make Zed about the dinosaur guy?
We do, yeah. Yeah, I work on that one.
How is that show doing? Have they been picked up for another season? Or
You know, a lot of industry terms for someone without a TV.
Well, you know, we live in Hollywood. I got to speak the language.
From across the restaurant, Cherri, 18, starts approaching.
Oh, God.
What?
Cherri walks up to Ryan.
What up, Sartor? Got a hot date?
Hey, Cherri. This is Tina. Cherri is one of my FBI students.
Student? Dude, I know I'm just an intern, but how about a little respect?
Sorry, just give us 1 second.
Ryan takes Cherri towards the back of the restaurant.
Why does that woman look familiar?
It's Tina Reynolds, the MBS executive.
Oh, wow. Did you actually sell one of your scripts? Sorry I never make it to any of your table reads. I have a life. Sue me.
No, we just happen to match on Tinder.
Why would she go out with the production coordinator?
She thinks I have a different job.
Dude, it's 2021. You can't lie to women.
I actually like her.
No, you don't.
Well, if I can find out if she's renewing our show, That's a win.
What did you tell her your job was?
FBI agent at Area 51.
She'll never buy that.
Well, maybe not now, since you're giving her all this time to think about it.
I'm sorry, man. I'm a feminist. I gotta tell her you're lying.
Jerry tries to step past, and Ryan gets in his way.
You are not telling her. You'll ruin everything. And plus, I think there's a chance she might sleep with me.
Jerry nods to Ryan, who turns around. Tina is standing behind him, her arms crossed.
You work on Zed?
What? Yes, I'm sorry for lying.
I just want to say, Miss Reynolds, as soon as Ryan told me who you were, I was going to rat him out.
Stop
talking.
See, we both snap at interns the same way. We got a lot in common.
If you thought I was going to sleep with you, you're out of your mind. God, I try to just meet someone normal. My mom's like, get on the apps. So I get on the apps.
Sorry, can you just tell us if Zed is getting renewed? It's been driving me crazy.
Are you serious right now?
If we get renewed, I'll be promoted to writer's assistant.
Oh, really? Well, I'm going to make it my life's work to make sure that you never become a writer's assistant.
This is fascinating. Feels like a scene from Powerhouse, the untold story of Hollywood's creative artist agency.
Well, the joke's on you, Tina. The last name I used on Tinder is fake.
His last name is Sartor.
Jerry!
Thank you.
And my last name is...
I don't care.
I just want to point out one thing. During all of this, you had a lot of opportunities to say that Zed was getting canceled, and you never did. That makes me think we're getting renewed.
Maybe I'll cancel it just to make sure you're out of a job.
Come on, you really expect me to believe a television executive would make a decision impacting the lives of hundreds of workers based on some personal vendetta? Oh my God, please don't.
Tina walks away. Ryan slowly turns to Jerry.
Hey, man, I got to look out for my career.
She didn't even ask you. You just offered the information.
Yeah, it's called being proactive. You taught me that on day one.
Exterior York Street, night. Ryan sits in his car on the phone, dialing a number. Intercut with interior apartment, night. Catherine, 30, answers the phone.
Hey, can I stop by?
I guess.
Okay, I'm outside.
That's incredibly creepy.
I was driving around. You own the streets?
Stop yelling at me.
I'm not yelling.
You were yelling.
I'll be quiet.
Okay, I'll come out.
Exterior York Street. Catherine and Ryan walk down the street.
I talked to our network executive tonight, and I think we're getting renewed.
Why would a network exec talk to you?
That's what you focus on? I'm going to be a writer's assistant.
In a comedy room? Ugh, God, I hate comedy writers.
I'm a comedy writer.
Not yet.
Okay, but the point is, if I get the job, I won't be a loser anymore.
I never said you were a loser.
I thought that's why you broke up with me, because I wasn't at a better place in my career.
I broke up with you because you were so insecure about your career. It was all you talked about.
I'm 35 years old. How could I not be insecure?
Well, no offense, but who told you to be 35?
I think you should just support me in this.
Our deal was that if you weren't on a path to being a writer by now, you'd get a regular job. I want to have kids.
Don't your parents have money? Couldn't they pay for our kids?
Of course they could. But don't you have any pride?
None that I'm aware of.
Speaking of parents, how's your mom?
I'm still living with her, if that's what you're asking.
I was, yeah.
I can sort of see where you're leading with this, but let me tell you something, Catherine. Very soon, I'm going to call you and tell you that not only have I gotten the writer's assistant job, but also that I now have enough money to get my own place, and you're going to love that. And in that moment, you're going to agree to be my girlfriend again.
Oh, really? You want to bet?
Interior, Ryan's mom's house, night. Ryan walks into the house. Ryan's mom, Betsy, 60, is sitting on the couch.
Hey, honey, did you eat? There's some leftover lasagna in the fridge.
Oh, wait, sorry. I think wait, can people get kicked off? Oh, wait, Andrea, I think you're next at the top of that scene.
Oh, no, I thought it's you're off carbs.
Oh, was it? I didn't even, maybe I might have gotten kicked off. Maybe my internet wasn't.
Yeah, we couldn't hear you. Do you want me to just give that line again?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm so sorry. I was sorry.
Internet.
Okay. Hey, honey, did you eat? There's some leftover lasagna in the fridge.
Mom, come on. You know I'm off carbs.
Now I've heard everything. Carbs give you energy, sweetie.
Betsy holds up her phone.
Also, can you please repost my Instagram food page?
Ryan reads the post.
Leave it on the counter for 10 minutes before serving this warm and delicious meal. This is just text, Mom. You got to post a photo.
They'll see what it looks like when they cook it. What's the big deal?
Craig, 55, Betsy's boyfriend, walks into the room, tucking in a
Hey,
shirt.
buddy. Where were you? Out riding at some diner? So cool.
Mom, why is Craig here?
I invited him, dear. Don't be rude.
I actually had an idea for a movie. I thought maybe we could collabo on it.
Just say collab. Collabo isn't a thing.
No, dear, that is a real term. Like, did you hear that Amy Grant, Vince Gill collabo?
A collabo is what you'd call the end product. You don't collabo with another person. You collab.
I'm just saying, I want to write with you. I think you might be focusing on the wrong thing there, son.
I'm not your son, Craig, and I don't like you. Why would I write with you?
Betsy gets up and steps closer to Ryan.
Greg has been suggesting that maybe it's time for you to move out.
He said what?
But I think I could convince him to let you stay if you try writing something with him.
Fine. Craig, what's your idea?
Okay, so you know that movie Osmosis Jones?
Yeah.
Well, it's like that, where people get shrunk down to a tiny size.
That's inner space.
What?
No one gets shrunk in Osmosis Jones. They're just small already. You're describing inner space.
I haven't seen Inner Space.
Have you seen Osmosis Jones?
No.
Great. Keep going.
Okay, so these people are shrunk down and they have a mission where they need to fix a person's body. Let's say it's someone really important, like God.
The body is God.
Maybe. Yeah.
Shouldn't the movie just be about that? How God is a person with a body on earth?
Will you just listen? Stop interrupting.
So these people, maybe they're scientists.
I pray to the subject of our film that they're scientists.
They're fixing God's body.
Why would you need to fix God's body? Can't God fix that since he's God?
I did not raise you to be this rude.
Well, that's the twist. God isn't a he, God's a she. And then the scientists go back to a regular size after fixing God's body. And God is like, you were in my body. I didn't want you to be. I'm suing you for sexual harassment.
As two white men, do you think it would be smart for us to write a script that is some kind of parable about sexual harassment?
What does us being white have to do with it?
Forget the white thing.
I don't see color.
Mom, you need to see color.
Hey, don't talk to your mom like that.
He's always yelling at women. Catherine just texted me, said he yelled at her.
Mom, please don't text my ex. She barely texts me.
Son, can you get to your point?
No one wants to hear two men talk about sexual harassment. Also, stop calling me son.
I thought we were supposed to talk about sexual harassment. I thought the problem was that we're not talking about sexual harassment.
We're just supposed to listen, not write scripts on it.
And what are we supposed to write? Just entourage, stuff like that?
Yes, write Entourage.
Actually, I had an idea actually for an entourage screenplay. Vince and the boys meet this scientist and they all get shrunk down. Okay.
Interior production building, Mike's office day. Mike, 40, the Zed producer, paces back and forth. Ryan sits on the couch across from him.
Tina wants me to fire you.
Can you please just hold her off? I'll get the writer assistant job and then I won't be your problem anymore. The network is going to renew us any day now.
She's the network. Who's to say she won't cancel your show or cancel the whole show just because you're here?
Come on, Mike. This is my shot. It's my dream to become a TV writer.
I know some people seem to really appreciate your writing, but I personally don't get it.
That's a great note. Thanks.
It might be out of my hands anyway. Tina had some people look through your tweets this morning and they found an offensive one.
Mike's holds out his phone for Ryan to see.
What that mouth do? I was replying to Wesley. He posted a photo where his mouth was open.
I didn't even know what that mouth do meant. I Googled it. It's an oral sex thing.
Wesley deleted his account so you can't see his response. He laughed. He'll say it was funny.
Ryan opens the door to Dan's office.
Wesley, get in here.
You can't just shout in the office. Speaking of which, have you done any actual work today?
Great point.
Wesley walks into the office and closes the door.
What's up?
Can you please tell Mike why you deleted your Twitter account?
I deleted it because you sent that "what that mouth do" tweet. It was harassment. I told Tina.
Why are you lying? You deleted your account because Twitter made you anxious.
Sorry, bud. I felt harassed. I deleted it because of your harassment.
Hold on a second. Time out. Now listen, I am arguably the worst person I know. I do a lot of terrible things, but I do not harass people, especially not publicly.
Hey, Ryan, maybe you should get a lawyer. I don't know how this whole thing works, being canceled.
First of all, that's not a real thing. Canceled is an offensive term.
Sorry, by canceled, I just meant that you won't get the writer's assistant job and you'll have a harassment complaint in your HR file. So whatever you want to call that.
I call it justice if it happens, but it's not going to happen. Wesley, can you please just tell the truth?
The truth is that I really need your help collating scripts for the season finale table read tonight.
The table reads tonight? I bet that's when they're going to announce the season 2 renewal.
Before you go, do you mind taking down my lunch order?
How come I always have to get your lunch? Wesley is right here. We're both production coordinators.
You just seem like more of a get lunch kind of guy.
Yeah, Ryan, that's sort of your thing.
Interior office moments later. Wesley walks out of Mike's office as Ryan follows, writing on a notepad.
No onions. Hey, what the hell was that?
What the hell yourself? We promised that we'd let other person know if we heard about any writer's assistant jobs. You stabbed me in the back.
I thought it was understood that we would eventually stab each other in the back. Why would I tell you about a job that I wanted?
You know, this town really sucks, but I actually thought that you and I could be people who trusted each other and come up together as friends and colleagues.
Well, that was a really dumb thing for you to think.
I'm getting the last laugh. I'll be writer's assistant on season 2 of Zed, and you'll be trying to find punch-up work for Antonio Sabato Jr.'s conservative film studio.
I would never sink that low, but are they hiring? Have you heard something?
I saw the job posting. I'll never share it with you.
You know, I didn't want to tell you this, but last year when I dropped off extra reams of paper in the writer's room, I made a joke to the showrunner and she laughed. She's going to hire me.
What was the joke?
It was something about March of the Penguins and Martin O'Malley. I forget.
Doesn't sound funny.
It was funny. She loved it.
Oh, yeah? Well, I gave the showrunner my pilot last year, and she read the whole thing and said it was great.
What's the pilot?
You know, The Martian.
Of course.
And you know Osmosis Jones.
Sure.
Matt Damon gets shrunk down and has to go inside this body, but the body's owner feels sexually harassed because Matt Damon has to work on his genitals and stuff. So the owner sues Matt Damon, but little Matt Damon never gets to court because he's stuck in the body. It's like a metaphor.
Why does it have to be Matt Damon?
I think you're getting lost in the details. Now, can you please collate the scripts for tonight? Time's a ticking.
Wesley hands Ryan a huge pile of papers. Ryan walks over to Jerry's desk. He's asleep. Ryan kicks the chair.
Hey, dude, first you harass Wesley, now you're kicking my chair? That's assault.
Can you please help me collate these scripts?
No can do. My daddy said he needs a sample script for me ASAP.
You call your dad daddy?
God, you're so PC.
What's the script for?
He didn't say. And you know, you always do a much better job at collating. I would just mess it up.
Fine, I'll do it.
Thanks. Hey, while you're collating, can I use your personal laptop? You have Final Draft too, right?
Yeah, I do.
Ryan reaches into his bag and pulls out his laptop, handing it to Jerry.
Great. Is there a password on this?
Yeah, it's next Jon Favreau.
Wait, shut up. I just came up with an idea for a pilot. It's sort of like Osmosis Jones. A bunch of scientists get shrunk down really tiny.
That's inner space.
And they travel to the center of the Earth to stop the planet from heating up from global warming. And then it turns out the Earth is alive and Earth is female, and she sues the scientists for sexual harassment because they were so deep into the Earth when the Earth didn't want them to be.
Why do men only want to write allegories about sexual harassment?
Why don't you want to write one? Maybe you should examine that, you creep.
Sounds great. So I'll see you at the table read tonight. I'll need your help setting up.
Do you know how late that goes? I'm getting dinner with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Whoa, you know Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
You don't?
No, I don't.
Weird. We go to the same dentist. Hit it off in the waiting room.
I do all this stuff with his company, Hit Record. Do you know them? Like crowdsourced writing?
No, but thanks for reminding me. I need to text him back. And I really need to hunker down and write this pilot on your laptop. Can you please leave me alone?
Interior production building, Mike's office, later. Ryan walks into Mike's office holding a bag of food and a coffee. He hands them to Mike, who opens the bag.
The lettuce is a little wilted, but I guess that's not your fault.
I need to talk to the showrunner about this writer's assistant job. I really think I deserve it.
Man, that's the problem with you kids. You move to Hollywood and you expect everything to be handed to you on a silver platter. Your every desire perfectly fulfilled.
Mike looks down at the coffee Ryan just handed him.
Also, this is a large coffee. I wanted a medium.
You said large.
I said large, but I wanted a medium. If you don't know what a says large but really wants a medium face looks like, you're not going to make it very far in this town.
Ryan takes the cup from Mike.
Also, do not talk to the showrunner. I will fire you if you do. And can you drop off these DVDs at the MBS lot?
They can't just watch a link.
It makes executives feel important to get things hand delivered. And all we can really hand them are DVDs.
This feels like more of an intern job. Should I see if Jerry's busy?
There's no time. Just go and bring me back that medium coffee.
Interior NBS building day. Ryan walks into the lobby. He drops DVDs off at the front desk and then ducks when he sees Tina walking with a group of executives.
I'll meet you guys in conference room B and 5.
Ryan sneaks past the front desk and walks down the hallway until he finds conference room B and walks inside. Interior MBS building, conference room B. Ryan walks into the room and sees binders labeled Zed. He hears people talking as they head to the door. Ryan sees a closet and opens the door, sneaks in and closes it. Executives pour into the office. Tina hits the button on a projector and starts the slide on an animated dinosaur.
So I know we wanted to wait as long as possible to decide whether we want to do another season of Zed, but I believe that time is now.
Fred, another executive, chimes in.
Can't we just wait another few months? I really get some sick joy out of watching production people and TV writers squirm.
I knew it.
Tina and the other executives look around. Ryan covers his mouth. The meeting continues.
No, I love that too, but we've got to fill the schedule. So have any of you actually watched any season 1 episodes of Zed? Me neither. Not that it matters. We just look at the ratings.
Unbelievable.
Executives look around again.
Did anyone hear that? Anyway, let's vote by show of hands. Who wants to renew the show?
Ryan is trying to see the hands through the crack in the door. He leans too hard and the door flies open. All of the executives stare at Ryan.
Give me 5 people. I know this twerp.
The executives leave the room. It's just Tina and Ryan.
Hey, listen, I know this looks bad, but I'm really just doing all of this because my dream is to be a TV writer.
Yeah, well, my dream was to be the next Tanya Harding.
A figure skater?
Inflictor of violence by proxy. And being a network exec really scratches that itch for me, but we don't all get to achieve our dreams.
If I can convince the showrunner to hire me, there's nothing you can do to stop it from happening.
Deborah Whiting, she wouldn't be able to pick you out of a lineup. And neither could I, to be honest. Have we met before?
We went on a Tinder date last night. Come on.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
Listen, I didn't see the hand count. Can you please just tell me if Zed is getting renewed?
You'll find out the same way as everyone else who works on the show when we leak the news to Deadline. Now get the hell out of here.
Ryan opens the door and then turns back to Tina.
Just tell me one thing. How good were our Hulu numbers?
Why, I have no idea to what you're referring.
Damn, she's good.
Interior production building, writer's room day. Deborah, 50, the showrunner, and a number of writers are throwing around ideas and laughing. There's a knock at the door.
Sorry, guys. Come in.
Ryan walks inside.
Hey, Deborah, do you mind if I talk to you real quick?
Oh, sorry. Are you the FedEx guy? I wanted to mail out a package.
Yeah, I am.
Great. Follow me.
Interior production building, Deborah's office. Deborah hands Ryan a box.
I'm sorry, I'm not actually FedEx. I work in production.
Oh?
I don't know if you remember, but last year I made a joke about Martin O'Malley and March of the Penguins. I can tell by your expression that you don't remember. It doesn't matter. Listen, I know that there have been a lot of whispers about season 2, and I just wanted to tell you in person that I really want the writer's assistant job if it becomes available.
I'm in the middle of rewriting our last episode on a very tight deadline, and you come into my office, lie about working for FedEx, and you're trying to get me to hire you as a writer's assistant?
That's all basically true, but I think you're leaving out one key element. It took so much courage for me to do all of that.
Another word for it, entitlement.
Well, hey, listen, just let me take that box for you. I'll bring it to FedEx. And really, last thing, if you hear any harassment rumors about me, those are fake. Another guy made them up. He also wants to be writer's assistant. His sort of behavior, lying about that stuff, that shouldn't be rewarded, you know?
What kind of harassment?
Oh, I sent a tweet. Cyberbullying. Nah.
What's your name?
I feel like I'd rather not tell you that. Maybe you'll see my resume come in and forget about this interaction and hire me by accident.
That's fine. I'll just ask around about who in production has been harassing people.
Right, got it. I'm leaving. Is this package labeled? Yep, I see the label is all set. I am walking away now.
Interior NBS building, table read conference room night. Ryan is setting up food trays, cans of soda. And then around a big table, he lays out all of the scripts, pens, pencils, and highlighters. Betsy is standing near the elevator. Nathan, 35, a writer on Zed, walks into the room looking at his phone. Ryan walks up.
Oh, hey, you're a writer on Zed, right?
Just until I get my real estate license. I'm kidding. Yeah, I write for the show.
I want to be a writer's assistant if there's a season 2. Do you have any advice?
I've got to be honest, it's really tough out there for a white male.
Really? But all the writers on the show are white, except for one.
Yeah, but we're sort of like the last people who've made it, you know? Like, there won't be any more new ones.
Oh, wow.
Olivia, 35, another writer on Zed, walks into the room. Ryan approaches her.
Oh, hey, you write for Zed, right?
Just until I get my Goop retailer license. I'm kidding.
I was talking to one of the male writers on the show, and he was saying it's really tough out there for white men. Can you believe it?
What's the joke? It is really tough out there for white men.
But you're the only female writer on the show, and you're white.
Oh, have you been hired as a writer on a show? No, you haven't. So I think I know what I'm talking about. There will never be any more new white male writers hired, ever.
Cherri runs up to Ryan.
Dude, my dad ran into Deborah at Giorgio Baldi for dinner, and she said she didn't know I was his son, and she wants to hire me as a staff writer on season 2 of Zed, which is happening.
Oh, wow. So Deborah loved your pilot?
I got bored and stopped writing it, but I think I do need final draft for the job, right? Do you have an extra license I can snag from you?
Ryan and Cherri see Deborah walk in.
Deborah, thanks for the staff writer gig.
Sorry, I keep getting it to unmute.
Oh,
of course, any son of a rich person I know is a hired employee of mine.
Hey, Deborah, congrats on season 2.
Who are you?
Oh, we've never met before, but I'd love to be writer's assistant on season 2.
I'm kidding. I remember you.
Deborah looks off to a pair of uniformed men standing by.
Security guards seize him.
The guards grab Ryan and start dragging him away. Wesley waves at Ryan and approaches Deborah.
Wesley, I'm so glad you could make it. How do you feel about being writer's assistant on season 2?
Sure, why not? Hey, also, I've got a great joke about Martin O'Malley and March of the Penguins.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny. I want to hear it. I can't wait to hear it.
That's my joke! He's telling my joke!
Mike steps in front of the security guards.
Oh, thank God, Mike. Can you please tell them I work here?
No, I just had to stop them to formally fire you. I told you not to talk to Deborah. You're fired.
Security guards start dragging Ryan again. Next to them, Cherri is sifting through cans of soda.
Hey, guys, wait a second. This isn't right.
Security guards stop again.
Ryan, did you bring Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, they should be under the Diet Coke cans.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Cherri keeps sifting and then finds them. The security guards continue dragging Ryan again.
Wait, sorry. I remember what I was going to say.
Security guards stop. Ryan looks up, hopefully.
But what time does this thing end? I wasn't sure if I had to push back my dinner with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Can't you just be grateful that you got hired as a staff writer with 0 writing experience?
Cherri stares at him.
It should be over in 45 minutes.
Awesome. Thanks, bud.
As Ryan is being dragged, he sees Tina.
How long is the trip to this elevator?
Oh, it's you. I just want to say, for the record, I was never going to sleep with you.
No, I know. You said that on the date.
Oh, you're a yeller. Maybe I will sleep with you. Nah.
Ryan is dragged away. Exterior, NBS building. Ryan sits in his car parked across the street. He watches everyone leaving. Cherri gets in his car. Ryan turns on the ignition and follows Cherri down the street. Exterior, Perch Restaurant. Ryan watches Cherri get out of the car and walk into the restaurant. Interior, Perch Restaurant. Ryan walks inside. He sees Cherri sitting across from Jordan Gordon-Levitt, 40.
So Bill Clinton hooked us up with the dudes at Area 51. Me and Johnny Lithgow spent 2 months with actual aliens preparing for our roles on Third Rock from the Sun.
Whoa. Do you think I'll get to meet aliens one day?
That depends. Are you willing to sign with Endeavor?
I'll be right back. I got to use the restroom.
Oh, when you come back, I'll show you this new technique Christopher Nolan showed me. I can now take a dump backwards.
Whoa, Tenet is real?
Yeah, Christopher Nolan developed the technology, sold it to Iran, and then threw together the movie real quick as a cover-up.
Genius.
Cherri gets up and Ryan sits down across from Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I actually lied on a date and said that I worked at Area 51.
Oh, cool.
Sorry, I'm a friend of Jerry's. Listen, I know this is really unorthodox, but I just wanted to thank you for starting Hit Record. It's such a great community.
Wow, thanks. The only time anyone has brought that up is when they're trying to say, I've done so much unpaid work for you, you should get me a job. You know?
I have done so much unpaid work for you. You should get me a job.
Great. What kind of job do you want?
TV writer would be amazing.
Listen, man, I don't have the kind of sway you think I do.
You were in Batman. You just talked about hanging out with Christopher Nolan.
I haven't spoken to Christopher Nolan in 10 years. I heard that Tenet anecdote on a podcast that's only available to rich people.
Luminary?
Spotify Premium. Look, no one listens to me anymore. My most recent credit was being 14th billed in The Trial of Chicago 7.
Aaron Sorkin directed that. He won an Oscar.
Not for directing.
Ryan lowers his head, gets up, and sulks out of the restaurant. As he leaves, he hears Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Cherri talking.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, for the Tenet poop, you've got to make your butt cheeks not really tight, not really loose, but wobbly. Does that make sense?
1000%.
Exterior, Ryan's mom's house, night. Ryan parks his car in front of the house and gets out. Catherine is sitting on the steps.
Hey, I heard about what happened.
Catherine holds up her phone. There's a viral tweet of Ryan getting dragged out of the NBS building.
Wow. And you still want to be with me, even though I got fired?
No, I wanted to pick up a few sweaters I left here. Sever all ties permanently.
Great, perfect.
Interior, Ryan's mom's house, night. Ryan walks in the house, followed by Catherine. Craig is at the kitchen table, typing away. Betsy gets up from the couch.
Catherine, I haven't seen you in ages. Did you stop by to pick up a few things?
Now, why do you assume that, Mom? You don't think it's possible that Catherine and I got back together?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just assumed since you still live with me And you're back so early. I was guessing you didn't get that promotion.
You are spot on, Mrs. Sartor. Always were. The apple has fallen way off the tree.
I'll get your sweaters.
Ryan heads to the bedroom and returns with the sweaters.
Well, I guess this is it.
Ryan looks around. Catherine is gone.
She changed her mind, doesn't want to spend one more second around you. Asked if you could just mail her the sweaters.
Nice.
Ryan walks over to Craig, who is typing up a storm.
Hey, Craig, what are you working on?
Plugging away on that Entourage screenplay. I think I found a really cool angle.
You wouldn't want to collabo on that, would you?
I don't know. You sort of have a stink on you.
Craig looks to Betsy, gives an encouraging nod.
Okay, but I'm going to make your name smaller than mine on the title page.
Sounds good. What scene are you working on now?
They tried to use this special laser to shrink down Turtle so he could fit inside Ari Gold, but they accidentally turned him into a frog.
I got a pitch. What if the special laser turns Turtle into a turtle?
Oh my God. That is money in the bank.
Ryan and Craig high five.
I'll put on a pot of coffee. Oh, my talented boys.
The end.
Thank you. Thank you so much to this cast. That was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
Thanks so much. Thanks to everybody who watched on YouTube. And get everybody put your camera on. I want to applaud you one last time.
Good job, Ryan.
Thanks so much. You guys are the best. Thank you. Great job.
Alex won't undo my picture.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Thanks, Ryan.
Bye.
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 Bye.